Hi there Star Wars collectors, and welcome to another Bossk Bounty video. Now, as you've probably seen by the thumbnail, in this video we're going to be taking a look at some Vintage Collection Sandtroopers, or at least some Stormtroopers that have been customised to look like Sandtroopers. Now I want to say a big shout out to my buddy Daniel Chart, who actually customised these for me. I think he did some for himself, sent me a picture, I loved them, and he offered to do them for me. So I sent him 3 Stormtroopers, which I'll tell you how I got hold of them in a second, and he customised for them, making them into Sandtroopers. Now, if you did want to check out some of Daniel's other work, he makes dioramas and things like that. He has his own YouTube channel, Daniel Chart 99 I think it's called. I will leave a link to that in the description below. But yeah, thanks Daniel, buddy. I really appreciate it, mate. These have turned out absolutely amazing. I love them. They are so cool. And it just shows you what Hasbro should be doing basically with this Stormtrooper mold that they've got. So first of all, let me tell you how Daniel accomplished this. So basically, here in the UK at Star Action Figures, they had a bit of a sale on, and you could get the Battlefront II Heavy Stormtrooper for, I think it was £5.95 or £6.95. I can't really remember exactly how much they were, but I got a bunch of them. I think a lot of people got a bunch of them because you can never have too many Stormtroopers. And then for the accessories, what you're going to need is some Sandtroopers from the Vintage Collection, or from the cancelled Legacy Collection, or from the 3.75 inch Black Series. So this is the figure in question, and look at the difference. I mean, this one is wee yellow, is it not? I mean, they have gone fairly overboard with the paintwork there for the Sandtrooper. Obviously, the helmet's nowhere near as good. So now we have the definitive Stormtrooper. Essentially, what Daniel has done with these is he's drilled a little piece in the back so that the backpack can attach, and I will turn the figures around in a second so you can see them. We've nicked the pauldrons from this guy and the blaster, and then that's it basically. And then he's obviously weathered them properly, and the best thing about this is that all 3 are different in some way. Some have got more sand and weathering than others, and I think they just look absolutely awesome. So I'm just going to turn them around very quickly so you can see the backs. All right, so there you are from the back, and as you can see, Daniel has weathered them on the back of the figure as well, which is sometimes something that Hasbro fail to do, but these look great from whichever angle basically. And there you can see those backpacks there, which are essential for a Sandtrooper. And as I said, they came with this figure here, and I would imagine that the easiest way to get hold of this is from the 3.75 inch Black Series, the red and black boxes. I had a bunch of these, so I was able to get the pauldrons and the backpacks. Now you will notice that one of them has a black pauldron and one of them has a orange pauldron. I'm pretty sure that the 3.75 inch Black Series had the orange pauldron, and the one from the Legacy Collection, the sort of cancelled line with the R2-D2 packaging, I'm pretty sure that had the black pauldron. And that's how I was able to get the 2 different coloured pauldrons, so you can have the squad leader there in the middle. This one here is actually still using the pauldron that you get with that heavy Stormtrooper. So the only thing missing with him really was the backpack and the heavy blaster. So obviously you are going to have to try and find some of the older Sandtroopers to be able to accomplish this, but if you've got them in your collection, essentially I think this is the perfect thing to do. Get yourself the definitive Stormtrooper from that Battlefront II figure, and then what he's done, I'll show you in a second how he's accomplished this. So if we just take the backpack off of this guy, you'll see that he's drilled a hole there. Now this isn't something that I would want to do. I'd probably crack it or something stupid like that. And there you can see some of the weathering there on this one. He's got a bit more on the helmet there, some on the body, all the way down the legs. And I think this looks loads better than anything Hasbro have ever done. If we just get this guy here, you'll see that he's got a bit more weathering there, a bit more sort of sand and dirt and grit on him. And I just think it's great. And the third one that fell over, you can see he's different again, and he's got the black pauldron with the ammo pouch. This one's got the orange pauldron with the ammo pouch. And the only thing that's wrong with this one is that it doesn't have the ammo pouch, because as I say, that's the pauldron that comes with this figure basically. The Battlefront II Stormtrooper. So here's some of Hasbro's attempts from previous years. I believe this one is from the Saga collection around about 2006, I want to say. Obviously the helmet's nowhere near as good as the new one these days, and the paintwork is just not as good. Basically it just looks like it's been sort of stained by a cigarette or something. This one in the middle is a Remnant Stormtrooper. I think a few people maybe sort of thought about using this one for a Sandtrooper, but when you look at it compared to what Daniel's done, it's just not on the same level basically. And there's this one here, which, you know, is just way over the top for sand effects. For me, that is just, you know, just, you might as well have just dipped him in some yellow paint as far as I'm concerned. Now, the current offerings that we have in the Vintage Collection for the Sandtrooper are VC14, which has no weathering on him whatsoever. He's completely white, so that's not accurate at all. And the only good thing about this one really is he's got the white Pauldron there, which is something a bit different. Maybe it's worth buying one of these to open just to get that white Pauldron, because these aren't too expensive on the secondary market either. At least they weren't the last time I checked. And then of course you've got VC112, which, let's face it, is a great card back. Really nice, but it does have that sort of yellow Stormtrooper in there, or yellow Sandtrooper rather. Far too yellow. You get the blaster, you get the orange Pauldron, you get his smaller blaster as well, so you get the accessories for this guy, but these ones are expensive on the secondary market. But as I said, this figure here was repacked into the Legacy Collection, the cancelled line, so you can get him in there. That's where you get him with the black Pauldron, if memory serves me right. And then you can get him repacked into the 3.75 inch Black Series, which is where I got all of mine basically to send to Daniel to create the figures for me. So there you go then, guys. There's lined up the three versions so we can really compare them. This is the sort of most up-to-date Hasbro offering. Looks awful next to the awesome customized version in the middle there. This one here is, as I say, I think it's the Saga Collection one. And the good thing about that one is that you do get the Pauldron with the ammo pouch, and you get a backpack. So maybe if this guy is cheap, maybe you can buy a bunch of him to use the backpack and all the accessories to build him in the middle. And I'm sure you'll agree with me, Daniel's done an amazing job on these. They look absolutely fantastic, and this is exactly the sort of thing that I'd want Hasbro to do if they were ever to do one of the white box 4-packs. I would want my Sandtroopers to look as good as this, and not so much like this. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thanks once again to Daniel Chart for making these for me. I really appreciate it, buddy. They are going to look fantastic on display. Don't forget to check out his channel. The link is in the description below. He makes awesome dioramas. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and we shall see you on the next one.